3, 2, 1, let's go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Click to Close podcast. My name is Travis Halverson. Bringing back Preston Guyton,
What's
the one
up?
and only. How's it going, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Welcome back.
Thanks.
What time did you get back last night?
Yesterday.
Oh, you got back in the
Yeah, I
morning?
got like 2.
Wow. Did you, so out, what time was the flight that morning? Is that a long flight?
No. So we left.
For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, Preston went to a mastermind for Reside in Baton Rouge.
Correct.
And I was wondering, you were already at the gym at, what, 2 p.m.?
2:30.
2:30. Right off the flight.
Yeah. It's at my house.
Makes
It's
me-
pretty easy.
Makes me feel awful about myself.
Drop my bags and go work out.
How was it?
It was good, man. It was a lot of fun. We left. So my flight back, we left New Orleans at 7. We flew into New Orleans, drove to Baton Rouge, which is only about an hour drive, but it was good. It's a good time.
An hour drive. Did you see anybody on the flight when you landed? Or did you take a car with anybody? Or just you by yourself?
Lauren rode with us and Nick drove.
Nice. How was meeting her for the first time?
Good. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, she's cool.
Nice. We've only ever talked to her over Zoom and stuff, so it's always cool when you meet people in person. I'm so sad I didn't get to go. I was watching all the pictures, and you guys FaceTimed me. I was just like,
You're so upset.
I know. I was like, oh, man, I'm just hanging out with Sneet. Sneet on Follow Up Boss. So, but yeah, tell me, what'd you guys talk about? I saw everybody posted the picture of John with that board, the one that says, like, how bad, capable, all of that. What was that?
We were at John's house. What's cool about the Reside event, the masterminds are in John's living room.
I know, that's so cool.
Yeah. So, it's very gracious of them to open up their house on a Saturday and have a mastermind. There ain't many people masterminding on Saturday in their living room. So
Nobody does that except for us.
So that was pretty cool. We had about 20 teams there, 20 team leaders. And that board, what was on the board?
It was like, how bad, how capable. I took a picture of it just because I wanted to read it more. And I think Jess actually posted what it all meant, but I was going to go back and read it. Let me see if I can find it. It was...
So a lot of what he talks about was talking about is accountability, like, with the team leaders as well, like holding the team leaders accountable. We're going to start doing a scorecard where the team leaders have to fill out every week.
Nice.
And it's all the things that they need to be doing. Like, what are their agents doing? What are the hours? How many calls they're making? Those type of things. How many recruiting calls are the team leaders doing?
Like a success tracker type thing. That's so
how
nice.
many recruiting appointments do they have? The amount of transactions, the amount of contracts, units, those type of things. So keeping it, it's funny. We brought it up, and John brought it up, and he and I talked about it on Friday. I got there Friday, and John and I met and talked about the things we do with Cheplack Digital, soon to be. Can't say what it's soon to be, but but we talked about some of the things and some of the new offerings we're going to have within Cheplack Digital that are coming out in the next couple of weeks. Haven't talked to you about those either yet.
Oh, wow. Is that what the text message was? Dude, you can't do that, man. This man texted me, and I got to read it because I was like, what? He goes, where was it? I was like, wait, you can't do that, man. You have to tell me what we're talking. Hey, give this some thought. And then nothing. Then he sends me a text and says, actually, never mind. As I was typing, it doesn't make sense. I was like, dude, you can't not tell me.
Have you ever sent something to somebody and you want them to be like, what's next? And then you like talk yourself out of it. Like, it's really not a good idea.
No,
I to share.
But that's where I want to be like, wait, that is a great idea, man.
Yeah,
we should do it that way. But you're like, no, all right.
So yeah, I mean, that was what it was funny. So we talked about that, and all the team leaders were like, yeah, we want that, to hold us, because when we get on a call with them every month or a couple times a month, we could review that document. Like, we could have a VA go in and pull that data from them. Some of it we could pull from Follow Up Boss, and so they were all excited about that part. And then we're like, what if we do a team leaderboard of each team?
See, that I think is great.
There was radio silence because, when you're being held accountable and everybody could see it.
Oh, man.
It's like.
Once you put it on the leaderboard, man, people.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And John was like, what do you mean? You want to hold your agents accountable on a leaderboard, but you don't want each of you to be on a leaderboard?
Oh, man.
So it was pretty cool. So we're doing that.
Oh, so that was that's good.
Yeah, we're going to do the reports, and then we're going to put it up where all of them can see. Why not? I mean, that's why they're there, is to get better, to grow their teams, to become more profitable. So, what we want to do is everything we can to help them get there. I mean, that's why they're part of Reside, and that's why we're doing the things we're doing, because we don't want people in there that aren't growing their team or their company.
Agreed. No, yeah, no, I think it's huge. I think it's Public accountability, honestly, is one of those things that like I think is necessary, especially for real estate. But I did find that picture and the questions that it says what question mark, and it says how bad, capable, willing, how come, support, and recommit.
Yeah, so that's where, I don't know if it was agents or team. So how bad do you want it?
Yep.
Are they capable of doing it?
What exactly do you want and by when? How badly do you want it? Are you fully capable of doing the work to get it? Are you willing to do the work to get it?
And that's part of like digging in when you're talking to the agents, you know, the things they want, like really going deep, like asking the questions and making them commit to something, but like not vague commitments.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what do you want to do? I want to make more phone calls. What does that mean?
Yeah. Specific.
Put a number on it. Yeah, you got to put a number on it, because if it's I want to make more phone calls or I want to make more money, how do you measure that?
You can't.
You can't. You need a number, so it's got to be specific. So, you know, it's talking about that things, and when you think about it, a lot of times people don't put a number up because they don't want to be held accountable.
Exactly.
You know, if they just say, hey, I want to make more phone calls, okay, but when you actually put a number on it, you're actually committing. You know, it's like, why do some of these events, you know, a lot of the events whether it's a marathon or whatever it is, you know, it's a triathlon or you know, some of these different things where people are running through obstacles and everything else, they put a date on the calendar, and then they're like, oh shit, I got to do the work, because all of a sudden I get to that date and I haven't done the work, I'm going to fail.
Exactly.
So it's all about getting them to commit to a number.
Was everything, I mean, obviously everything, the cool part about those team leaders are they're all very like accountable people, or want to be accountable people, and people that want to do good things in real estate and just grow their businesses. What was probably the most impactful thing that you took away from that event?
You know, what's cool is the way the community is evolving. You know, they are sharing things that are pretty significant in their life, you know, struggles they have, things they're battling, things they want to achieve. You know, a lot of them are joining Reside because they had to get some people out of their lives, and they want to be around people that want to get better, that want to grow. So that was, for me, that's impactful. Just seeing how the community is evolving, how they're becoming, you know, closer knit and just helping each other. I mean, that to me is what we all strive for, whether it's a company or whatever. You love to see that. You see that happening. So that was really, you know, like Amy Izzo, she's amazing. And she's, you know, she's one of them I think about, but she shared, and she's lost 300 pounds over the last 3 years.
What a beast. I love that.
Yeah. So,
That's
you know,
awesome.
she was, you know, talking about that journey, and, you know, also being vulnerable. You know, there's people in there being vulnerable, the things they struggle with. And that's what brings people together, you know, brings people closer, is sharing those things, and in a community where we want to support each other and where we want to see everybody be more successful than they are.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the reasons why people are in, you know, like Austin Callison was talking about it. He's in Reside there in Idaho. Somebody asked him, was like, you know, why did you join Reside? Because, you know, he sells like ranches and like big properties, right? And then he has the other company, which is more on the residential real estate side.
Yep.
And he could easily just focus on the other side and make really good money and be okay, much better than okay.
Okay.
But he's like, you know, for me and for us, we really want to give back. Like, we really want to give back to people within Reside to help them grow. And we also want to give back to the real estate agents in our market to give them an opportunity to grow.
Yeah.
You know, so it's great seeing that. So it's, you know, Reside's, you got the ones that want to be a part of the community because they want to give back. They want to help other people grow. They want to see teams grow. And then you got the aspiring team leaders, you know, just building a team. It's pretty neat seeing how it's evolved. And we haven't even been, you know, a company for a year yet. I mean, July 1st was when we launched the company.
Jeez, yeah, I remember.
So we have, you know, we're roughly about 40 teams now. I think about 650 agents total.
Gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but it was a great event, man. It was, you know, we got together at John's. We had breakfast. We got there at 8. You know, we got there about 8 o'clock, and we started burning it up at 9, and it went until 5 o'clock. So,
what's the next steps for stuff like that? So, like from the mastermind now, like what do we put into place then? Like, so is it the team leaders and the people there have like action items that they have to take going forward, like when they go home?
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of it's each of them want to hold each other accountable. They learn more about each other and spend some time. Like, we went to dinner with the teams and hung out and just, you know, got to know them outside of the business, which is really cool. But yeah, it's really, you know, for us at Reside, we're going to build that team leader board, you know, build that out where they have that to be able to hold them more accountable. Lauren's going to jump on that. So there's a lot we have to do, like team leaders or founders of Reside and people that work with us at Reside to get all that put together.
That's awesome. Well, you know me, I'm going to help however I can. Was there, and I guess last question about this, but was there any team leaders that you might not have known much of before going to this event that you got to know pretty deep or know more of about that stands out to you?
I mean, really all of them. You know, I talked to Alex Yu for a while. It's pretty cool. Just talking, you know, things like him growing up, because we're about the same age, and just the things that we did growing up and crazy things that we used to do back in the day. But it's fun getting to know people outside of, you know, he sent me a text the next day. He's like, man, thought, you know, we were a lot alike growing up. It's like, I'm glad we're still here. I'm like, yeah, me too. But it was just fun, you know, getting to know them. And so, you know, spent quite a bit of time with him and you know, Nick and Sunit. And pretty much like we sat, it was Joe, a group of us sat together this Saturday night before we left and just, you know, kind of talked and hung out. So it was cool.
Awesome. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. When's the next event so I can not miss it?
Yeah, I know. I told John I'm dragging you with me.
When you texted me that, I was like, I looked at Catherine. I was like, there's no choice. I can go.
We're going to roll in there. You're going to look like Yoda on my shoulder. Throw you in my backpack.
We brought him with us. He's here. Great. I love that.
So I'm not sure. So we have, you know, we're speaking. Yes, we have LPT next week.
You have Washington tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to D.C. tomorrow to chaperone an 8th grade field trip.
And then you come back directly.
Come back Friday night, midnight, roughly. I think midnight, somewhere around there. Maybe before then, actually. I think we leave D.C. at 12, so I think it's about 8. So about 8 or 9 o'clock.
Oh, man.
And then Monday we fly. So I'll pick you up. So you don't have to get a ride. I'll pick you up. I think our flight leaves at 5 a.m.
Oh, exciting. Monday morning?
On Monday, yeah.
What time do we get in there?
We get there like 9. So we fly here to Charlotte to Tampa.
Okay.
And then we drive to St. Pete.
Okay, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Okay. I was like, wait, how long is this flight?
Yeah. So it's you know, Charlotte's 45 minutes, and then Tampa's probably an hour and a half.
So yeah, then from there we got Nashville.
Yeah, then there we're in Maverick the 21st. We get there 21st through the 24th. So the event's the 22nd and 23rd.
Oh, nice.
And then I got a break after that. I'm going to.
You have a break. I got to go to Disney World. Shout out to Amy Izzo. She helped me book my Disney World trip.
You're going to Disney World?
Yeah, April 4th to the 8th. It's a weekend. I'm going a weekend.
Huh, I'm down there too.
When?
Same time.
Are you coming?
On March 29th, we go to Florida.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, that's not a break.
March 29th, and then to the 7th, we're in Florida.
At Disney World?
At Disney World.
No, you're not. You're messing with me.
No, we're going to Sarasota. We were going to go to Disney.
Like, dude, wait, really?
Yeah, we were going to go to Disney, and then and my daughter doesn't watch this, so we're good. But my wife's going to take my daughter in June to Disney World as a surprise.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was packed, man. There was nowhere to stay this time.
Don't tell me that.
Where are y'all staying?
Like in the park?
Are you going to run around with Bunny or Mickey Mouse ears?
Catherine will. She's never been. She's always wanted to go. And I gave it to Christmas. She started crying. She's like, I've never been. I was like, oh, cool. Like, win.
So is that when you're going to?
No. That's not what I'm going to. She's not going to listen to this. We're fine.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah.
Well, anybody, appreciate all of you guys watching. Thank you so much for joining us. This was the Baton Rouge episode.
Yes.
Next time we're going to talk about a lot of this. This is episode
5.
5? I was putting up a 4. So, yeah. You want to close this out?
I think you sure? I think it's 6.
Is this 6?
We had 2 the first day.
I guess it doesn't matter which order you really put these things in, right? We'll figure it out. Whichever way you listen to this. Thank you so much for joining. Click like, subscribe, all the different places you can find us.
See you next time.
See you next time.